Special, Bob White. 6 cars to do battle tonight for the 4-cylinder feature. 12 laps right around the corner. Caution lights are out. We're set to do battle in our 3rd feature event for the evening. Good action as they come out of turn number 4, and first-year campaigner Jeff Reynolds puts that number 19 out into the number 1 spot. Point leader Morosky shadowing him in 2nd. Andy Ball in 3rd. Higgs in car number 4 hits it around, did everything he could to hold on, but unfortunately the number 4 just couldn't do it. He'll whip it back around. It looks like he'll continue on. Meanwhile, Morosky almost spins. Bob White does, and Jeff Reynolds leads lap number 2 back to the stripe. White once again hurt by his spin in turn number 4. Will have to play catch-up. Andy Ball now moves into 2nd. He'll challenge for the number 1 spot in a few short seconds. Morosky trying to catch back up. Ball goes to the outside. Lap number 3 about to go in the books, and Reynolds running the good line off turn number 4. Back to the stripe. It's Reynolds, Ball, and Morosky. Calvin Wright, a distant 4th, trying to catch up to that lead trio as Reynolds runs a good line. Andy Ball and Joe Morosky will now mix it up for 2nd. Morosky wants a spot back as he goes back to the inside. Reynolds working turns number 3 and 4, keeping it down low, running a good line as he comes out of turn number 4. Morosky back in 2nd, and Reynolds back to the stripe, leading again. Right holding on to 4th, it's Bob White in 5th. Play 6 rounding out the order as Reynolds runs a good line all the way around and works down the back straightaway. But Morosky and Andy Ball stick with them right there in 2nd and 3rd. Tight 3-car battle as they work out of turn number 4. Reynolds acts like they're not there. He doesn't feel the pressure and still runs a good line. Morosky and Ball go at it again for 2nd. Ball going as low as he can and tries to snare that lead away from Reynolds. Can't do it as the number 19 holds off the pressure. Morosky back in 2nd again, and Andy Ball 3rd. They stay nipping, tuck in turns 3 and 4. Halfway, this time 6 down, 6 to go for Jeff Reynolds. Well, if the last 6 laps are anything like the first 6, Reynolds in the 19 could very well be headed to his first victory, but Morosky now starting to edge closer. Reynolds gave a look-see down low, and Morosky will try to stick it in. Andy Ball, meanwhile, goes to the outside. Those two make contact, and Reynolds will pull away a little bit. The 19 back to the stripe. Morosky and Ball still duked it out for 2nd. Good race shown on Friday, the 25-lap, $500 to win feature event. Right now, these 3 local drivers doing a great piece of driving as they work down into turns 3 and 4, led by the first-year campaigner Reynolds. Out of turn 4, still working that calm line. Morosky and Ball still in 2nd and 3rd. Calvin Wright 4th, Bob White 5th, and Blaze Higgs rounding out the order. Andy Ball will now see if he can mix it up with Morosky again, but Joe works back up into the high groove and slams the door shut as Reynolds works a 3-4 turn. We're getting in the late stages. Morosky looking down low. Reynolds back to the stripe field leader. Morosky trying to look to the inside. Out of turn number 2, Morosky continues to look down low. Reynolds sweeps up high and gives Morosky that inside advantage, but Morosky's got some catching up to do. Reynolds works 3 and 4. Off turn 4, Reynolds has led a good portion. 2 laps to go this time. Morosky goes after him in turn number 1. Reynolds will try to hold on as Morosky battles with him. Reynolds tries to hold his line. Look out, Andy Ball trying to get up there in the battle as well. And Joe Morosky takes over the top spot. Here comes Andy Ball for the lead as well. Morosky off turn number 4, taking the white flag. Andy Ball and Jeff Reynolds right there. The top 3, final lap. Final bid for Andy Ball. He finished 6th. Morosky was 7th last night. Right now, Morosky running 1st. Ball 2nd. Reynolds hangs it out, tagging the ball machine. 2nd and 3rd are wiped out. Joe Morosky comes to the line untouched. The 117 takes the checkered. And they work themselves back to the stripe. Reynolds in the 19 will try to get 2nd, but Calvin Wright will beat him back. Reynolds will take 3rd, Bob White in 4th, and Andy Ball 5th. by Jeff Reynolds for 10 laps. The number 19 holding off the competition, but Joe Morosky and Andy Ball were tough. The 117 takes the checkered flag. Joe Morosky getting a good jump on the restart from Calvin Wright. Will work down the back straightaway for the final time. Bob White tucked in the third. Andy Ball now works back in the fourth. He's chasing Morosky. The battle for points. As they work off turn 4, Morosky gets a little out of shape, but will hold on and take victory number 3. Calvin Wright, Bob White, Andy Ball, Blaze Higgs, and Jeff Reynolds round out the order. The one-lap dash to the finish of the 117 air drug entry of Joe Morosky maintains the point lead, taking his third checkered flag of 1992. Calvin Wright in car number 11 ends up in second. The number 2 as we mentioned last night, a 25-lap feature event for these drivers paid $500 to win, which is the richest four-cylinder race in the area of any tracks. And Joe Morosky and Andy Ball were the top 2 drivers that did well as the locals were concerned, as far as they were concerned. And, of course, Andy came across the stripe in 6th position. Joe was 7th, and, well, he maintains the point lead last night with double points on the line and finishes ahead of Andy again tonight as they're currently 1st and 2nd in points. But there he is, the driver of car number 117. Have a nice round of applause for Joe Morosky, your feature winner, maintaining that points lead.
Well, Joe, it's another Saturday night. It seems like you like winning these four-cylinder races on Saturday night. I know I interviewed you a couple times this year.
That was a good race. I had a good time out there. It's a lot different than last night.
Well, last night you had all the boys shooting for $500. We had some of the guys in from Hagerstown and Winchester Speedway, and maybe they just had a little bit more experience, but you guys hung tough with them.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of them down here. I'd like to watch them. I think we could maybe learn something from them, and they're better at it than I am, I'll tell you that.
Well, I tell you, they always told me when you race with good cars, you get better. You race with sorry cars, you don't get better.
Or you win, maybe.
or maybe you can win. But I'll tell you what, Jeff Reynolds looked like he was hanging in there pretty tough, and then you guys just came on strong and finally got by, and then Jeff and Andy had problems behind you.
That's the strongest I've seen Jeff run. He's coming on real strong, and he's going to be a real competitor real soon, I think.
Well, I think so. I wish everybody best of luck in this class, and we just hope it continues to grow like it has.
I hope so too. I like to see a handful of cars more than we had tonight. Last night was too many for me, but you need enough to race.
Okay, there you go. Congratulations again tonight, and I'm sure we'll see you back here some more 40 years out.
Okay, I'll be back every night.
Starting in row 8, final row on the field tonight, 15th in the 00 machine.